Hopkinton Town Manager Elaine Lazarus shared some important information about the upcoming annual Hopkinton Town meeting, which will take place on Saturday, May 2nd at Hopkinton Middle School, starting at 9 a.m. Here's a look.
Once town departments have looked at their budgets from the bottom up, they've got some cost estimates maybe for capital items. How do those processes move forward, say for the operating budget?
Yeah, so then I get the fun task of consolidated everything, so we can come up with a comprehensive budget, which you and I will talk about and with all of the different department heads, so they can explain why they're asking for specific things or actually deleting specific items. So it's important for you as a town manager to have that comprehensive view, so you actually know what the bottom line comparison is compared to prior year.
And there's always a deficit with that. So, there's always a lot of asks, and so it's never balanced with the revenue. But those are just revenue estimates too. So those continue to be refined throughout the process.
Yeah.
But yes, so we always start with a number, a gap.
And this was the first year where we spent a lot of time on our revenue estimates. And we actually looked at the historical averages over the revenue side, and we were able to generate a 40% increase in revenue just based on the actuals. So we were able to balance our budget a lot easier this year because our estimates on the revenue side are based on actuals and not just a flat percentage.
Mm-hmm. People go to town meeting, they've got the documents, they've got the warrant and motions document with everything, the finances in there, and they've got the appropriation committee report, which talks about the deep dive into the budget, what it all means. And then throughout this process, there's just attention to the funding of services that we provide. What would happen, say, if we went to town meeting and then the state cut state aid, and so for all of a sudden our budget is out of balance? What would we do then?
Yeah, we would have to look at all the departmental budgets again and come up with Plan B. Mm-hmm. So we would probably have to call a special town meeting, knowing what was appropriated at the time, and then reduce that funding, similar to what we did for fiscal year 26, mm-hmm. how we went into a special town meeting and asked for reduced funding to be appropriated in order for the benefits as well as the debt exclusion to be reduced. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we would have to come up with Plan B and look at where we could cut some expenses.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's really an important thing, then that what town meeting votes is what can be spent. There isn't anything else unless someone gets a grant or there's a gift. That's it. We do get requests throughout the year. Can we find money for various things? And there is no finding money unless somebody gets a grant. What town meeting votes is what departments can spend. So I think it's really important that people know that they are controlling what their town government spends.
And when it's approved at town meeting, whatever is approved at town meeting actually gets submitted to the Department of Revenue. So we have to prove by vote count what exactly the town has approved to make sure that our expenses and our revenue targets stay with what was voted on.
Be sure to have a say in what town services should be prioritized by attending the annual Hopkinton Town meeting on Saturday, May 2nd, starting at 9 a.m. at the Hopkinton Middle School auditorium. And be sure to check out the premiere of Hopkinton Works tonight, Wednesday, April 29th at 7 p.m. to get a full breakdown on the budget process in Hopkinton.